Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Welcome back to another episode of OnlyFeehans with me, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan. Today we have hilarious comedian Drew Dunn with us.
Hey.
We're hanging, we're chilling.
We're chilling.
Drew's really funny. Drew's from New Hampshire, right?
Yes.
So that's why he has a Red Sox hat
Well,
on.
I was born in Boston, to be fair. Everyone tries to take it away from me, but I'm from Boston, but I'm lived in New Hampshire mostly.
For how many years, though? Like,
total,
how long did you live in Boston?
Probably like 5 years.
You lived in Boston until you were 5?
Yeah, something like
that's
that.
long enough to get racist.
Yeah, just enough to hate any sort of gay, anything like that. Yeah, just enough to have opinions that can't be changed for life. You know?
No, but I don't know what I'm talking about with the Tom Brady thing. I just read headlines.
Yeah, that's all I do as well. I mean, that's kind of how I approach most sports anyway, because some of my buddies, they let it like ruin their day if the Patriots lose.
You're not like that?
I'm like, I'll check and be like, oh, cool, we won, but I'm not going to be like, what the fuck? This
Yeah.
is bullshit, ruined my whole Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people get mad.
My dad has patches of eczema on his neck that are from the Patriots.
Really?
Yes. He sits on the couch and goes,
Oh
whenever
my
they're
God.
losing. Not only the Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics,
Everything.
Bruins,
Wow.
all of them.
Yeah, I never got that emotionally invested in any sport watching it.
It's good.
I played baseball growing
Right.
up, so I loved playing it, but watching it, I was like, the only time I really was invested was like while I was playing it. And then after that, I was like, I'm done with this. I don't need to fucking care about a bunch of guys that are better than me at the thing I like.
It's
like,
such weird worshiping.
It's strange. It's very strange.
I dated an Eagles fan who was psychotic. Like, football season, like, fuck my period. His asshole or dickhole was bleeding every Sunday when they were losing. Like, because that's the thing about the Eagles. They would always be an exciting team, but they would almost always be losing. Like,
yes.
And then when they finally did go to the Super Bowl, he plays the Patriots, which is my team.
Right.
Gets in a fight with his whole family versus all these other Pats fans. Comes back from Florida with a black eye. I'm like, this is not normal.
I love it. But I do love that like Boston is like that with sports, because there's very few cities that actually get obsessed with something. Because I feel like Chicago's like that too. You go there and they talk about sports in the green
Shout
room.
out to
That's
Chicago.
all.
I was just there, you guys. Thanks for coming out to Zany's. Thanks, Drew.
No problem.
But they are just being there on a Sunday.
Yeah.
The vibe is day drinking football.
Totally.
Like, that's what we're doing.
That Bears. I mean, that's
The Bears. And it's fun. I mean, I like that. Yeah, Boston's super similar to that.
I like that there's just something to do on a Sunday. It's just fun to if you want to watch a game. But for me, it's not like, don't talk to me, honey. I'm going to sit in here. You fucking sit over there. I'm watching football with the guy. That's just not who I am.
My dad would call my mom a curse. She would humiliate, scream at her. I saw him like smack her in the ass to get her out of the room sometimes. She's a fucking curse. And my mom would play into it so bad. She's like, you guys, if it was a football game, she's like, who's the point guard? Like, get out. If it was hockey, she would be like, oh my God, when's Tiger Woods coming on?
Just to fuck with him.
She's
That's so great.
Yeah, she didn't give a shit. But now it like my nephew's first birthday revolved around football, even though the season hadn't quite started.
Really?
Yes, it was a football theme.
That's insane.
It's just
just to put that in
it's pretty
to a child at birth, being like, no, you're one of us, whether you like it or not.
It was a football cake, and he's smashing it and like shoving it in his face. I was like, I don't know. I like
Everyone's
it.
got their faces painted, and just cheering.
1 year old.
Yeah, it's our boy right there. No, it's crazy though. People got crazy, especially with the whole like Tom Brady leaving thing in Boston. It's like it was very split. Either people were like, I got another team to watch, or they're like, fuck that guy, he's fucking dead to me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna fucking talk to him. Like, it was just
They don't think people are human beings and have to make decisions that like work for them and their family.
Right. They're like, why didn't you sacrifice everything for me? It's like, who are you, dude? You're Dale from Newton. Nobody gives a fuck.
Dale pulling out Doritos from his belly button while he's eating. Like,
Yeah, exactly. This fucking guy, he's barely even an athlete. This guy's not gonna last another 2 seasons. It's like, God, dude. The guy's cheat meal is tomatoes. Like, give me a break. He might be the first person to live forever. He might be. He might have figured it out. Yeah.
He looks at a Sports Illustrated, sees Ashley Graham, fucking fat.
Yeah, fucking fat, gross.
Fucking gross.
Talentless. Who likes women's sports anyway? It's always the same guy.
I love it though. Just growing
great.
up. There was one Super Bowl we were good. I think we played the Steelers or something when I was really young. I don't think we won though.
I can't remember. I just watched that. They did a whole like Tom Brady documentary on, I think it was on Disney or something like that, and they break down like each of those Super Bowls and the wins and losses.
He looked kind of AIDSy when I saw him yesterday. Did you guys see him? He looked skinny.
Yeah, that's like his whole thing,
Skinny?
is being like just ridiculously zero body fat, in shape, no acidic foods, nothing that causes inflammation. He's a
no
psycho.
Inflammation.
No getting massage.
Not even that Brazilian slut he's married to. Why do you want me to point over here? Let's go Tom Brady. Let's go Bucks. Oh, that's Giselle. She tweeted that. This is phony. This is bullshit. First of all, she had to have somebody translate. Let's go. She's like, Vaminos, what is it? What is it?
Yeah, you wouldn't want it to be like, let us be going, Tom Brady.
He's like, I'm going to be going with the kids to my mother's house. This feels so phony. I guess I don't blame her. She wants her husband back. These are supposed to be the years that they maybe, spend more time together.
Well, especially since it's like every year for like the last 5 years. He's like, this is probably the last one.
Yeah.
Probably going to wrap it up after this. One more Super Bowl and then he wins. He's like, I could do it again.
Can you picture those two in therapy, like trying to figure it out?
Oh, my God.
Tom's like, I'm holding the football. Like he has to hold
he's holding it the whole time. And she's like, he won't let it go. I don't understand. It's like, why would I let it go? This is all I have. I needed this.
The therapist challenges anything he says. Like, well, Tom, do you think that maybe it might be time to retire? He's like, just kidding. He almost
just throws the ball. Immediately.
Fake ja. People who live such elite lives, he's elite in a way, physically, mentally, and righteously.
Just celebrity. He's that's what you get to. You get to the
anywhere.
point where you're just doing mattress and razor commercials and and then also play football.
Yeah.
And most guys just transition into that. They're just I'm more State Farm than I am Green Bay Packers. If you look at Aaron Rodgers, and then eventually, Tom Brady's just so fucking locked in.
Aaron
It's
Rodgers
just crazy.
has been crushing the podcast circuit, though.
I know.
Am I wrong?
Every clip I see it's all Aaron Rodgers, and everyone's just like, so how about that thing you said about COVID? And then he just slowly smiles, and then it's so weird.
I like what he had to say about abortion, honestly, even though he's as much as I lean pro-life, he's I don't want the government telling me what to do. I feel the same way about women's bodies. I liked that. But yeah, Tom Brady's so elite. What was I going to say? I had something good. I was like, it was going to be a whole theme. What'd you do, Pat? You fucked me up.
I'm fucked up as well today.
Oh, well, I'm really tired.
It's a travel day. It's tough.
It's a travel day.
I get that. I usually do nothing.
Really? After when you land?
If I land, I'll just take that day off. I'll maybe do spots that night, but usually I'm just not into it as much, and that'll make me hate going out the next night because I'm still tired. So I'm I'll just take the night off and then be good to go for the rest of the week.
That's what Tom Brady probably does.
Well, I'm on the TB12 method. I've learned everything I fucking know is from Tom Brady. I love that fucking guy.
Wait, this is what I was going to say. You never see Tom Brady in the news with scandalous stuff like these other athletes cheating on their wives.
Right.
I could be wrong, but I've never heard a peep.
No, the only weird scandalous thing they did was they did a Facebook documentary on him, and he kissed his kids on the lips a little too long.
Yeah.
That was it. They were look at him loving his kids. Right, fellas? Dad never did that to me.
That was the one smear campaign.
Yeah, that was they tried to get him for kissing his kids. It's don't get me wrong. Some of those were a little long, to be fair. But, but also he sees them for 2 months a year, so he's gotta fit in some love.
I'm in my 30s. I've never maintained eye contact with my dad for more than 30 seconds. So you guys do whatever you want.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't really. How's your relationship with your dad?
It's he's dead. No, no, he's it's good actually. He's pretty good.
That's good.
I mean, I'm from a big family. I have 7 kids in my family, so
you're one of 7.
Yeah, so it's not I always need to be giving my parents attention. There's
they're busy.
There's other kids to have those phone conversations with and stuff like that. So,
but if you need something,
if I needed something, I mean, it's not like my dad's not from money. He would listen to my problems or something like that. But yeah, he would be he's a good dad for sure. Yeah. I mean, especially my parents. They have have 7 kids, and they had their first kid when they were like 21
That's
or something like
psychotic.
that. So by the
Your
time they were,
mom had 7 kids.
yeah, same parents,
crazy.
same thing. They're together still,
Wow.
barely,
Irish.
but they are Irish. But it wasn't like a religious thing. They just didn't know that like when you take antibiotics and you're on birth control, it cancels it out. And that's like 3 of my brothers, I think.
Do they call them the antibody bros?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I love your mom. 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah,
I don't
what are
know.
you
I
gonna
think
do?
something's going on with this amoxicillin.
Yeah, I don't know. My stomach hurts. It must be a reaction to the medicine. Yeah, fucking A. Yeah, no, by the time, I mean, I'm second oldest. So by like the 4th kid, every time they'd sit down, be like, all right, kids, we haven't announced. Like, you're pregnant. Just fucking
Yeah, just
pop them
say
out
it.
already.
Right.
And keep moving, yeah.
Did you enjoy having all those younger brothers and sisters?
I did, just because we moved around a lot growing up. Like, we
Okay.
moved from Boston, then we moved to the West Coast for a while, and then we moved, like, around there a little bit. And then when I moved back to New Hampshire, it was, like, I changed high schools twice. Like we had North and South high school in my town, so I went from the South high school freshman year, North high school sophomore, junior year, then back to the South high school my senior year. Yeah, so I mean, I felt like I knew everybody in the fucking town, but
I was gonna say, if you're a social person, that's fun.
it's fun, but it's like for me, I was social through like baseball and stuff
Right,
like that, which
yeah.
is the spring season. So like
Right.
that first day of like going to lunch as
Yeah.
a sophomore and walking in and be like, I know nobody in
Right,
this
that's
entire like
Because
cafeteria.
when you're a freshman, you make cliques for survival.
Exactly. You have at least somebody you can sit with. And I had like one kid that happened to be at my lunch that I like played baseball with in the city league.
Nice.
And I sat with him. I was like, thank God. I thought I was
Right.
going to have no one to sit with. And then the next day he changed
Fucking
classes
left.
and he was fucking gone. And then I was just sitting with these kids I didn't know for like way too long. And yeah, it was odd.
You figure it out. But those
but
are the
having
moments that are like, ugh.
exactly, but having like that big family to fall back on when
Right.
it was like you moved to a new place, you always at least had some sort of social friends to hang out with, do stuff with,
Yeah.
play games with, and shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm grateful for that, especially since I don't have a big like extended family with
Yeah.
aunts and uncles, and
Yeah.
I don't really have good relationships with my grandparents or anything like that. So
You still have grandparents?
I have 2 of them. One of
Wow.
them, yeah, I think.
What are you? How young Drew is?
Well, I'm 30.
My grandparents have been long gone. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
well, 2 of them are gone. One of them's like I mean, that's all complicated. They were both, my parents hate them both. They're just alcoholic pieces of shit,
Hey.
basically. And that's what made, my parents are sober, never done any of that shit,
Yeah.
like, just because they wanted to get away from it. So my mom, on my mom's side, her mom had like a stroke and got brain damage from it. And then that day, or like very soon after, my grandfather left her. So
Oh.
then my mom was raised by like her grandmother and
Left
taking
her?
care of her mom. Left her, his wife, essentially. So
After she had a
after
stroke.
she had a stroke and was then brain damaged, but he left and just left with some other woman and went away. So like once I kind of put that in perspective as I got older, I was like, I don't want this guy
Right.
coming to my wedding. I don't
No.
like this guy's he's not a real
There's-
person. He's not a real man.
Yeah,
like
there's bad people.
yeah. So
My grandfather was a really bad alcoholic. He quit drinking, but there was some like iffy and like we're all Irish, so we don't like talk about stuff too much. But
Yeah.
there's certain like inklings and implications that there was like some sexual like abuse going on there and like
gotcha.
shit like that. But
Well, yeah,
like
that-
a lot of booze.
yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. And then on my dad's side, he didn't know that the woman he thought was his mom his whole life was not his actual birth mother. We found that out through like a 23andMe thing.
Shut up.
Because like this lady was 100% French Canadian, always treated him like shit, very abusive to him and stuff. And we did the test, and none of us had any French Canadian like blood in us at all. So we're like, what is this? And we started going through old picture books, and there's a picture of my dad as a baby with like this blonde woman. He was born in Sacramento, and apparently, I don't know, she must have passed away or something.
Yeah.
And then they moved over to
Your
the.
dad
He had
didn't even
no
know.
idea until probably 2 years ago. Yeah, isn't that fucking wild?
That's wild.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, my dad's mom was insane.
yeah.
We used to call her Nana Doggy. She only lived till I was like 3, but she would have like 6 dogs at a time.
Wow.
20 cats. They lived in a triple decker in Dorchester. It rat infested.
Oh my god.
Some of them would just be walking around. Some she would put in cages and talk to them and name them.
Crazy.
My mom said whenever she went there, she would have no idea what she was eating. It was covered in
no.
gravy. If she was like, it could be a little mac and cheese on one side, just bacon. Like,
Yeah,
she would just have no idea.
just whatever it could
Whatever.
possibly be.
What was what?
Oh
And but
God.
my grandfather, who I never met, had a stroke when my dad was pretty young. So my
Okay.
dad was like the breadwinner of the family, and but also was like a bad kid. Shut up. Was like a bad kid who got kicked out of school a lot
Oh, okay, gotcha.
because he had a little street gang.
Oh.
He said they were the good ones. Though he's like, yeah, Kerryn, when the Boston Strangler, they couldn't catch him. He killed like 8 women. We went out there with baseball bats every night. I was like, yeah, did you ever catch him? He's like, nah.
Yeah, neighborhood watch. Like
Yeah.
what?
Right. Like,
That's like
kids.
so 80s. Like
So
just walking
80s.
around. Yes, come on, fellas.
Fucking, where are you?
Where are you? Come strangle me.
Like when the Warriors.
Hey,
or
get
whatever.
Skinny Pete over here. He looks strangleable. Use him as bait, and we'll be waiting in the bushes.
He did. He was
Stupid
so
era.
bad. I know. Dummies.
It was wearing fucking just
Bell bottoms.
Yeah, bell bottoms and just fucking just dumb shit. Just
I
always
love like looking at
jean
pictures of my
jackets,
dad.
acid washed.
Chain with a big gold crucifix.
Yeah, just wearing wife beaters, shirt, tank tops.
Yeah.
As like this is it. This is the whole outfit. Yeah.
My mom used to get so tan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That whole
good.
era was just I'm glad. I'm
great.
glad to be alive in this time, where we can reflect on some of those things and be like, oh, good. Good thing we moved on, We made the right choice.
We got better.
But yeah, I mean with big family, it makes none of us have kids yet because we're like
None of you.
none of
Not
us.
even your older brother.
My older brother, my younger brother's married, has a house, great paying job, says he's never gonna have kids, he just wants to have dogs, which is like
That's my guy.
I get it, but it's like he only adopts
The
adopts
fucked up
dying
dogs.
dogs. So I
Yes.
just get upsetting texts from him
I
every
know,
few months
yeah.
that are like, "Hey, it's Lucy. She got cancer." It's like, you fucking bought her with cancer. Don't send me this. I'm trying to enjoy my day off, and I'm just waking up to dead dog texts. It's so upsetting.
I had a friend who used to only adopt senior dogs. And
Yeah.
I'm like, are you doing this because they're cheaper?
But
Because
they're not. They're so expensive.
once
'cause
you start taking them to the vet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's why they
Yeah.
come at a discount when you look them
low-
up.
Yeah, it's like the ticket price, but then you end up like a cheap couch, but then you end up having to buy a
Putting
new
so
couch.
much money into it. It's like, well, does he need an eye?
Oh my
Does he
god,
need
does he
both
need
eyes?
it?
Does he need both kidneys?
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I gotta get factory new dogs.
Did you put Mabel in my room? Oh, I didn't even realize that.
She put herself in your room, actually. I just closed the door.
Did
Yeah,
she?
she doesn't need to
Yeah.
hear this. Good. She's
She's such a good girl.
She's a good
only
dog.
one.
Yeah,
She's gonna live forever.
for sure.
She may have eaten a razor.
Like a shaving razor.
Indeed.
Wow. Okay. How many blades? Because that's important.
I mean, like 2 to 3. I mean, I don't. Can I be honest? The blade is the one part I haven't found.
Uh-oh.
I was like, she chewed it to pieces. I mean, she's been shitting and she's been fine.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like
It's a bummer to have to keep an eye on that for a while now, just examining your dog's shit very closely for the next few months.
I haven't been doing that.
No, just it looks good.
It looks good. Feels good.
Somebody takes this.
Solid enough. Sound off in the comments what to do if your dog eats a razor. If you guys,
You haven't even Googled it yet. You just rely on these people to.
this comes out in a week.
Yeah. Okay.
So my sense,
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
my sense of urgency seems pretty low. I do feel like I've been moving slowly. Like I got to get back on my. That's the one thing about the road. Drew works the road a lot. Do you want to
do.
plug something while you're here? Where are you gonna be next?
Yeah, just if you want to see me live, just go to drewduncomedy.com or follow me on Instagram at drewduncomedy. I post videos every week, a couple
He's
times a
coming.
week.
He's coming to your city.
I'm hoping to. Yeah, trying to.
I eat like shit when I'm on the road.
Well, it's so easy to justify it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like, I'm working. It's
Yep.
it's this, it's that. It's like, oh well, I'm so tired. I got to work tonight. I should take care of myself this morning. I worked hard last night. That was a good show. Let's get a big breakfast. Like, yeah, it's so easy to just write it off. And, yeah.
I was able to work out 2 of the days.
That's good. I always try and get one in at least if
Yeah.
I'm for a weekend. I'm like, if I can get to the hotel
Yes.
gym or whatever at least once, I won't feel like a total piece of shit.
I stayed at the Lincoln, which is a lovely hotel.
It's a great hotel.
The gym is trash.
Really?
They're like, there's a gym on the 2nd floor. I go, okay. I was like, how do I get there? They're like, just keep taking lefts so you can't take any more lefts. I'm like, what is this magical
Isn't that a circle?
path? Stop messing with me. They're trying to make me get my steps in before I get to the
Yeah,
gym.
right.
So I get there, all the lights are off, and I hear Broadway musicals blasting. And I see not one, but 2 gentlemen over the age of 70 going at it. Not sexually, but working out.
Okay. You painted a way different picture.
I know. I mean, the musical was real. I walk in and I looked at both of them and I was like, yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't.
Oh my god! Yeah, no. To be the only other person in that room is a problem. Yeah.
First of all, it feels like the beginning of a porn. Hey.
Yeah, right.
These old.
Can you spot me?
These old guys. I love my.
Oh,
old
you
men
guys
porn.
are way stronger than I am.
How? I found an equinox 500 feet away. Shout out to fucking Equinox,
Wow.
dude.
And does it transfer so you can go to any Equinox you want?
Equinox,
Wow,
baby.
that's great.
They had a dry sauna and a steam room. I walked in.
Damn.
God must have been watching me. I must have done something right true.
It's funny when you choose when God watches you.
He does. I know. Sometimes you turn the
When
camera.
I'm at the Lincoln Hotel, yes, but other times he's closing his eyes. Long blinks for God.
He's closing his eyes. He's praying on his rosary beads. I walk in and they're like, a bar class starts in 15 minutes. And I
Okay.
was like, fucking perfect. This is great. Because I hadn't even looked up the class schedule. I didn't realize it was right here. They sent me to another Equinox 30 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it felt like Bizarro, New York. Like there's usually like a hot chick clique
Yeah.
who comes into the Saturday class together from the Friday night before they're hungover. They're chatty. It's them
Sure.
versus the world.
Right.
Same thing in Chicago, but mooses. Like fucking
Those Midwest
big
girls.
boned,
Yeah.
big, long, flat bridged noses.
Yeah, could have played on the Bears.
Square
like-
bodies. Yeah, absolutely. I was just like, this is awesome. I stand right next to them. And we're like doing different exercises, and the teacher's coming around, and I'm shining like a star. Like
Yeah, of
it's like,
course.
she's like, Kerryn, who is this girl?
You're in your prime.
Everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Perfect. I'm not making this up. The chick next to me goes, what about me?
What about me? It's like, well, when you have, it's not as impressive. You have so much testosterone.
You still have a pizza crust in your mouth. Why are you here?
Yeah, you have sauce on your shirt. No one cares how hard you're working out. You're clearly carb loaded up.
What about me? What about me? And all her friends laughed too. And I was like, I like her. She's like the funny one.
Yeah, she was going for the laugh. That's cool. I like that. Yeah.
I do. I have a great time every time I go to Chicago. It's there. Everybody's so nice.
Yeah.
And people are attractive, but not attractive enough to be threatening.
Totally. Well, and it's great food out there.
Oh, yeah.
That you can just fucking eat whatever you
I
want.
gorged
Deep
my-
dish pizzas
I
at
got,
2 a.m. and shit.
sausage and gravy at the place right next to my
Yeah.
hotel. Fucking great.
And what I love about Chicago is that they really care about comedy in that city, both
Yeah.
as like comedians, but then like the people that come to shows, they love going to shows. They
Yep.
love it's just a part of the culture there. So
Yeah.
it just makes the shows that much better.
Good crowd.
And when you do well, it's like you feel good. You're like, oh, these people watch comedy and then also liked me. So it's
Yeah.
not like you're going to, wherever those fucking girls are actually from and making them laugh at like a VFW and so, this is the first joke I've ever heard. Like that's just a different thing.
They're
yeah.
comedy audiences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Man. So how's everything going with you?
You know, now that I'm getting back into the groove, we got Frantic tonight. That should
Nice.
be good. Aaron Berg took a helicopter to Tim Dillon's party,
Really?
and then it broke down on the way, when he tried to take it on the way back. I think he started calling them birds, like he fucking...
Oh, like he just does it now. Well, you put on that headset twice and you feel like you're a captain, you know? Like
the bird's got an engine problem. I'm like, are you talking about Christine? Or this fucking helicopter?
That's great. Well, an engine problem on a helicopter is no fun. I mean, I would not. That's half the reason I would never get in that. So because you have one chance. How have they not just put a parachute in the top of a helicopter yet? Am I
Listen,
crazy?
No, they
To
should
think
put
that
a
you could just
huge fucking
Just
parachute.
right in the middle of the spinning thing, it
Yes.
can pop right out. Like I'm sure
There's
some
got-
engineers
even-
dying laughing at me, but come on. I mean, you got to do something. You can't just have these things falling out of the sky.
Even
and
if
be like, well,
it didn't like float all the way, even if it's like
slowed
slowed
it down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're so much smarter than these.
I know.
Who's
Too bad we're
making
committed
these birds?
to Yeah, too bad we're committed to comedy and not, bird manufacturing.
Sorry. So we could stop by one of these maybe brainstorms that you guys have
Yeah.
though.
Get me in the writers' room of your next engineering session with.
We opened it up with we learned nothing from Kobe.
Yeah, we
I'm like,
learned.
oh,
Like,
yikes.
Jesus
Oh
Christ,
my
you're gonna open with
God.
that? And I come in with like a little army plastic guy with the parachute and just throw him up and just watch it slowly float down. Be like,
Exhibit A.
you're not thinking of this one?
Oh, and you just drop everything, like do a mic drop, the
Yeah.
lights go out, leave. No, comedy's good. Drew, you're married.
I'm married. Yeah,
And
been
you've
married for a while.
You've been married for a while from a young age. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah, I got engaged when I was 21, and I got married when I was 23.
I think it's so beautiful. I just think what a relief to
It really
find
is.
somebody that young that you are yeah, I could hang out with this person forever.
Totally. I mean, I feel that a lot. I feel like it's helped me in comedy, just being able to be focused on doing stand up and not being distracted by girls and abs and
chasing scallywags. Ian Lara.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
No, but go on. Say what you were saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is a relief. It's like, I think about that all the time. And especially, like, I have buddies now that are single in their 30s, and it's just like the prospects they have to go through is like
people like me.
But they're not living. But they're not living in New York. They're living in like North Carolina. It's
right.
a much different field out there.
It's a different dating pool.
Everybody's either got kids or a UFC ex-boyfriend. It's no good.
Jesus. Yeah, I just think it's like so nice. Like I see it with like my brother and my sister too. It's so nice.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people who was like destined to have multiple loves, multiple soulmates.
I think that is a thing though,
multiple STDs.
Well, I think that's preventable, but I think that specifically you can avoid those. But I do think that people's brains are wired kind of one way or the other. I mean, my brain was always wired for relationships. Like when I'd get a crush on a girl when I was growing up, it was never like, I want to do that and leave. It was always like, we could fall in love. Like, what if we would do it? Like, that was always just how my brain worked. Like, and I think some people are like that, and other people's brains aren't wired that way. And I think eventually you can turn it and you become that, like, oh, you find the right person, or you get old enough and mature enough, or you get sick of the lifestyle that you're living, or whatever it is. I think you can change. You can't be both at the same time, but I think you can be one or the other. Committed or a whore.
I think some people are sex addicts.
Some people are truly sex addicts, yeah.
And I do wonder if, like, they even know what the real meaning of love is.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky because, I mean, but maybe for them, like, sex has nothing to do with love at all, right? Yeah. I mean, sex could be something that they see as totally different from what they feel is love, but it gets complicated with that when you're in a relationship with somebody, because especially for me, because I think I'm so wired to be in a relationship, I'm a jealous person when it comes to that stuff. So, like, I mean, it's not like I'm like it's not like I'm like
Drew's
watching
getting
my
mad about
wife.
a hypothetical right now.
Yeah, no, don't fucking look at my wife. No, it was weird though, because like I was talking, I forget who I was with, but somebody was like, "Hey man, your wife's like really cool," and it was like, and they were like, "Is that cool to say?" And I was like, "I don't know." It's like, it does. Like, what are you trying to marry my wife?
Yeah, what do you mean cool? Don't you dare.
No, she's a stupid. You say she's stupid. I love her. If you got a problem with that,
you can fucking objectify her physically, but don't you dare talk about her personality.
Yeah, how dare you try and fall in love with my wife?
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is like, it's so fascinating to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm happy with it. I think we're mostly happy, like I said, because we don't have kids. I think that's just.
You're too young to have kids.
I mean, I'm 30.
I know, but you're still too young.
Tell that to her gynecologist. She will not stop fucking badgering her. It's like, that clock's ticking. It's like, shut the fuck up, lady.
Whatever. There's a woman named Rebecca Minkoff who's pregnant right now, and I think look her up. Rebecca Minkoff. Put my feet down. This is what's paying our bills. You fucking idiot.
It's the only thing getting clipped from this podcast.
Certainly isn't my toenails. Ew. I need a pedicure. Rebecca Minkoff. I believe she's pregnant right now. And if this chick is at 42.
Yeah.
So, listen.
You can, but I mean, trust me, as someone who's watched my mom get pregnant, there's a clear degradation of
I'm cracking up. I can't hear.
It's a clear
You're like
downward slope of
You know the movie Multiplicity?
No.
With Michael Keaton?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, you got to watch it.
Is it like about that kind of?
Well, it's like a copy of a copy and it keeps getting dumber. And he just comes out, he has goggles on and he's like fucking his wife. Like he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "I love you."
Oh, I love that.
How old is she, Pat?
She's 41.
41?
Yep.
Wow.
Pregnant as hell right
she
now.
looks like AOC almost.
Yeah.
Needs a haircut.
And so that's my point. So tell your wife to tell her fucking guy no.
Yeah, no, we're
her
chilling.
gyno just wants a fucking check. Probably.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, we don't have insurance. That's first of all. We ain't having
like we're having
anywhere close to kids.
Home bath, and Kerryn's gonna be the doula.
Yeah, let's go. I just need you punch inside to the stomach till that thing comes out. I don't know how it works. I watched one YouTube video in Russia.
This is gonna get mad views. We're going live.
We're going live on Twitch. Get the YouTube one up. Nobody's doing this right now. Nobody's doing live
births.
This
is fucking fuck you, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
This is toxic femininity.
Yeah, this is my niche. This is what I'm doing.
Stop yelling.
Don't say his name.
Don't say his name. Oh, we get in trouble?
Yeah, it's like Voldemort.
Yeah, it's like saying COVID. It'll pop up with a little banner on your clip and be like, here for actual information about how women are. Click this thing.
That's so silly.
It's crazy. That whole.
He's silly, but it's
He's a character.
But it's
He's a
sillier
caricature.
to take him seriously.
Exactly.
You're the silly.
But the problem is the young people that are taking him seriously have no wherewithal that he's exaggerating, or if he's like this doing it for the profit, or if he's they're just going like, yeah, we should be fucking like able to hit women again.
I know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like
we are stronger, and they are helpless. Like that's like
I got mine a leash.
Yeah. Right.
Do you know what accent he's doing?
I don't know. I don't know what that like voice is.
Like,
I mean,
he lived
he's
in the
lived
UK
in so many. He
for-
lived in the UK for a while, and now I'd imagine
Romania.
with Romania for so long, you pick up a little bit of everything. I worked with a comic or somebody who was like they lived in the UK. They were born in the U.S., then lived in the UK for like 12 years, and they had some weird, like, sort of like they talk like this, and then all of a sudden it would go into that, and then it would go back out. It's like, just fucking talk normally.
Just talk normal.
Yeah, practice one or the other.
Yeah.
Don't just, if you're going to talk British, just start doing it.
Just lean in.
Just believe that's who
believe
you
in
are.
yourself.
Just start doing it and never stop.
Right, and just think,
Yeah.
what do I think? What do I think?
What do I think about that? If I had to have a foot on that, what would it be? Because I think it might be something a little bit racy.
It's true though. Just fucking stick with whatever accent
God
you
save
have.
the king.
When I get around my when I get around my family, my Boston accent comes out.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. Or if I start drinking a little bit and hanging out with my buddies. Like, yeah. I've had a couple of clips of stand-up where it's like it starts to come out because it's like the late show and I'm arguing with the guy. And I'm like, no, you go fuck yourself.
People are crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
have not many like crazy crowd working moments. Just like people being vague about their jobs, which is always like fun.
Yeah, because there's always some way angle at that, whether they're doing it on purpose or if they're half the time they're trying to be funny.
They are.
They're like, oh, I'm worthless.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
are you, buddy?
I
know. Yeah, but what do you do for a living?
This guy, like at Zany's, I was like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I do supply."
Yeah.
I was like, "You supply?
What do you supply?
He was like, he goes, there's demand, there's a chain, and then I am the supply. I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about? Like,
is this a sperm bank that
is-
you're supplying?
this
Is
is
this
the most vague
Costco? Is this like there's anything
I've ever heard.
Sales is always a good thing too. That's a fun one because then everyone's selling something different.
People have no shame in saying they're like, oh, pharmaceutical sales, and I'm just like drug dealer.
Yeah, right.
I'm like,
right.
you fucking scumbag. Like, what do
Yeah.
you sell? Adderall,
Yeah.
antidepressants.
Part of the problem.
Let's talk about it, you fucking drug dealer.
Peddle it. Yeah.
What pills do you take?
Yeah.
Oxy?
Just for fun. Just.
Because, like, what if fucking... That's very much, like, shutting the blinds out. Granted, this is coming from a sex worker. But, like, of, like, morality in a way that's, like... I don't give a shit if, like, my job contributes to the decline of humanity.
Sure.
I'm getting paid.
Yeah, that is a weird... I mean, I get it because that cash... I mean, the cash is nice.
If you're
when working
good,
for
if
those
you're a good
companies.
salesperson...
Yeah. That's the thing. If you're already selling your soul, like, would you rather sell vacuums for $12 commission per vacuum, or would you rather sell
vacuums are
bottles of pills to
Vacuums-
doctors in Florida?
Vacuums aren't killing people. I mean, maybe in
Well,
Appalachia. Like, how does this work?
Sucks all the air out of your lungs.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm still... That fucking movie was good. Dope Sick? Was it a movie or was it a little series? I think it was a little
Dope Sick?
series. Yeah, this is another Michael Keaton.
Okay.
I'm a big
I was
Michael,
gonna say you're all in on the Keith.
big Michael Keaton fan. I haven't seen a new movie in a long time, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen this fucking whatever Olivia Wilde's new movie? Either of you?
Olivia
Everybody's
Wilde.
talking about
What's
it.
it called?
Something Darling, Good Night, Darling.
No, I
Be
haven't
careful.
seen it.
It's her and Harry Styles. They started
okay.
boning on set, and then this chick named Flo was like mad, and then Chris Pine.
Wait, is this the actual plot of the movie, or just what happened?
This is
on
like
set?
all the offset
Oh
stuff.
wow!
It
Why
bombed
don't they just
on.
film that?
And the movie, the trailer looks like the Stepford Wives to me. Like I'm like,
Okay.
we've already done this. And then I read today that the character, Chris Pine's character, who's like this cult leader who's subjugating all these women,
Mm-hmm.
he's supposed to be based on Jordan Peterson.
That's an odd choice.
It's an odd choice, and it doesn't really fit. It's
The
like,
second Andrew Tate came up, nobody was talking about Jordan Peterson
Right?
at all. That guy just disappeared into the abyss.
I was watching some
in
of
his
his
weird
daughter's clips on her podcast.
Oh yeah,
She's a little bit of a hypocrite to me.
in what way?
She likes to shame women who do OnlyFans a lot. Her and this other chick. Do you follow PragerU? I follow it for fun.
I do. I follow it for fun as well. Yeah, because those guys are wild.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be clear. I follow for fun.
Yeah. No,
But-
I attended a few semesters.
We pulled our PragerU diplomas. But so like they were like those like two girls were chatting and like maybe those are her real lips. Have you seen her? Pull her picture up, Pat. Will you? Michaela, I think, or McKaylee. It's some goofy name with too many consonants. Maybe they are her real lips, but she to me looks like she's got full on injected DSLs. Like she's trying to have porn star lips.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I just think that you have everything. I'm like, granted she's married or whatever, but I think like her image, it's pretty sexual if you ask me.
And so she's the one shaming.
Why don't you Google Jordan Peterson's daughter? And next week you do my job. And then we'll just get rid of all the subscribers. We'll lose everyone. What a cunt. I'm overtired. I haven't had enough food to eat. Sorry, what were you saying?
So she's the one that's shaming OnlyFans workers.
Yeah, look at her. She looks like a fucking porn star.
Yeah, yeah, those aren't real.
See? Those lips aren't fucking real.
Yeah, she's putting, yeah, come on, women.
So
Don't do that. But here's a picture of me in a bikini.
It's the hypocrisy of it.
Look at that bottom lip. It's all lumpy and shit, too. There's no way.
She's shooting up. She's from Canada, so they get that, like, off-brand collagen. Yeah. It's, like, full of frosted flakes and maple syrup and shit.
Fucking ice chunks mixed with plastic and oil. Yeah.
So, is that Jordan Peterson's wife?
That can't be.
That's terrifying. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. The
He
salesman.
doesn't ever look like he wants to be anywhere. He looks like a Halloween decoration come to life these days.
On her page. Yeah, I know. On her page. That's his wife. I
don't know.
I mean, that kind of looks like me in like 100 years.
I think it's crazy. What, him?
No, the girl.
I can see you looking. You grow a goatee out. I think you can pull that off. Yeah, no, I think it's crazy to shame anybody doing an OnlyFans. I was talking to my buddy this morning. I was trying to convince him to do an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy who just works out like crazy.
Yeah.
He's got this jacked body, and he's not doing anything with it. He doesn't play any fucking sports. He doesn't do anything. So I'm like,
encouraging friend.
I'm like, dude, like you could make thousands of dollars a year off your fucking thighs. You don't even got to show your dick. You could do your like a classy plumber's crack.
There is a
He's got
supply.
a fucking dump truck on him too. Let me tell you. So that
There's
guy.
a demand.
Yeah.
And it sounds like your friend has a supply.
He does have a supply. He's like, but then what if guys are doing? I don't want to have to look at the comments and stuff. And I was like, well, you hire a manager or something to like
hand it all over.
You just send the pictures
That's
to
all.
your Photoshop guy, and then it gets posted, and you never look at it again and collect a check.
That's it.
And at first he was like, I'll never do that. Then once I started breaking it down, he's like, you know, actually, that kind of makes sense. Like, why am I not selling my calves?
Why not? Like, why?
We can Photoshop tattoos off, right? Like, because that's the only thing that they can
that's identify
me.
him.
Yeah, it's like, well, change your name to like something classy or something like catchy, like Dumpy Dave or something like that.
Well, that's their whole thing too. They're like, well, this is the thing. Like, these women who do OnlyFans are probably psychologically tortured day in and day out. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
It's a case-by-case basis, I would think.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I just kind of don't subscribe to your whole, like, idea of what good and normal and proper is.
Yeah, right.
This is like an adult forum. It's always the conservatives who bring up kids when we're never talking about kids.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What was there, one drag brunch show? And now they're like, they're trying to fuck our kids, you know?
I walked by a drag brunch show like yesterday in Queens. It was happening right there. I was like,
probably a good time.
Yeah, I wasn't like worried about like, what if these kids are walking by? What if they're leaving church and they see the devil? It's like, what are you talking about?
It's also, I need to do more research about this, Pat. So you have to do more research.
That's why you said it. Yeah. Google this.
It's all right. So they took Pornhub off Instagram, like them as
an account. Okay.
And the people who did that are the same. It's like these women. It's these evangelical women who work for these. They're like the higher ups, these credit card companies, and they are powerful as fuck.
Yeah.
They're also the ones that basically stopped porn on OnlyFans for like 3 days.
For like, yeah, I was gonna say a day and a half or
day,
something.
if it ever
Like,
even stopped. You know what?
I wrote a joke about it and I couldn't even tell it because it was back by
so
the time I
fast.
even had a spot.
Yeah, I don't think it ever went into effect. The threat of it alone, just
Yeah.
like there was just an upswell.
Well, it's like grocery stores not selling groceries. It's like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about? That's why
exactly.
people come here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then there's also like goofy barstool personality chicks that I've seen of like,
Yeah.
we're changing the way that people see OnlyFans. I'm gonna practice my basketball moves. I'm like, get out of here, Donna.
Yeah, they're watching
Like,
for the shorts still, lady. What are you-
yeah, you dumb.
Yeah, they're watching for the jump shot, not for the shot.
You
Like-
could be knitting. They're just
Yeah.
gonna picture your pussy. I don't know.
Right.
They're gonna picture your pussy as a
Or
waffle.
no one's gonna subscribe. It'll be
Right.
one of the two. They'll find something else. Like,
Right.
yeah, no, I agree. I think you should be free to do whatever you want. Sell whatever the fuck you
That's
want.
the cow
Do-
Hampshire in him.
That's
That's
damn right. You
Live
should be
free.
able to fucking make moonshine in a bathtub and make IPAs in the bathtub next to it. And the health department should have no fucking problem with it.
That's where my uncle lived forever, New Hampshire. He was such like a lifelong bachelor, and he worked really hard. He was a salesman, but he just felt like you should do whatever the fuck you want to do, day in and day out.
Yeah, yeah.
Life is a party.
Yeah, especially nowadays. I mean, there's so many ways to make a living outside of that 9-to-5 system that, like, why wouldn't you pursue that? Especially if you have a passion for it, if you like doing it, or if it's fucking working.
Yeah.
Like, why would you just go, why, so you can be proper, so fucking Rebecca can be like, no, she's a good girl. No, she
know.
does it right. She shows up to church on Sunday. She does everything I like. It's like, I don't know. I think half the way people live their lives is wrong, but I don't think they should change it. It's like, it's not up to me. That's their life. That's their
I feel the
thing.
same way. I've never even really had an opinion unless it affected me
Right.
about the way anybody else lives their life.
Totally.
And I think about when I was in like the corporate world, like that writing job, I just think about the boredom and how sad I was. And it was it was like so hard for me. And I would still get to the gym every day. I had one relapse while I had that job, like in the beginning, where I was like drinking. And like drinking before a writing job, like it was sad. It was like,
that's tough. That's tough.
It was dark times.
What were you writing for?
Paramount Network.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why it's such a shitty network.
Yeah,
I tanked it.
You brought it down single-handedly. Like, go with the plus. No one's doing the plus right now.
And just the lack of time I had, like for myself, and where you were just sort of kept prisoner in this allegedly creative job.
Yeah.
That you were typically stifled. Like everything you would like say, it was just like taking shots and getting smacked down all day.
Well, that's something I avoided when I was like, I started to get those opportunities after JFL. I was like, oh, you'd be a writer on this. But it was like, I never got into this to have that 9-to-5 job. I didn't get into this to like, just so an agent can collect an easy paycheck. It's like, no, if you want to collect a paycheck from me, this is work. You got to book me on these shows on the road.
Yeah.
We're going to build up an audience and you're going to bet on me. And then hopefully we'll win in like 5 to 6 years. But for me to go sit and write for somebody else who I don't think is funny, or even if I do think they're funny, it would be a struggle for me every day. Like
hard.
I value my time more than anything in my life. So it's like if I'm...
Well, thanks for doing the podcast.
Yeah, appreciate that. It really means a lot to you. But it's true, though. I mean, I value being able to wake up on a Monday morning and go, you know what I'm going to do? I'll do Kerryn Feehan's podcast, and if I want to do a spot later, I will.
Yeah.
You know, and not have to be like, well, first I got to go fucking sit at this desk for a while and, like, do an hour's worth of work in 8 hours. And, like, you hate Sundays. It's like, you know.
Dread going back.
Everything, yeah.
It's so fun. Like, I walk into, like, a gym or, like, someplace on, like, a Tuesday, like, at 2 p.m.
Oh,
and
it's
there's
the best.
nobody there.
Yeah.
And I just think to myself, these sheep.
Yes. That's what I love doing. That's what like made me fall in love with this lifestyle. It's like grocery shopping when nobody's grocery shopping, doing laundry when nobody's doing laundry.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best.
And it's like I got a taste of that. It's not the same, but like when I would like wait tables and like bartend too.
Yeah, it's that nightlife type of thing too.
You would get stuff done during the day, and you're like, this is like when everybody else is
totally. And for me, like the cost
working.
of doing this like this career path over that 9-to-5 is the stability. The 9-to-5, you know, will be there. You know, you'll have insurance. You know, your paycheck's going to be the same every week. You can pay your rent and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
But for me, I would rather sacrifice that stability and have that anxiety over everything of like, do this or else, or like, what if this doesn't work out? What if this does?
Yeah.
Like, I'll deal with those feelings for the freedom that it allows.
Right.
Any day of the week.
And you're like a resourceful person.
I try to be. Yeah. I mean, I try and learn new skills. I try and not just be one dimensional, because you can't be these days in comedy.
No.
I mean, if you just go do stand up and that's it, you're gonna fall behind. And,
Yeah.
And somebody who.
But like, yeah, if you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in so many jams where I've just been like, I remember when I broke up with this last guy, I still had my place in Brooklyn. I was like
Wow.
in my 30s. I still had roommates. It was just like
Yeah.
fucking, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I was dating him and I was staying in his fucking gorgeous apartment that his mom bought him.
Right.
All the time. And then it was just like something, we broke up and I was like, yes, I missed him, but I was like, I missed that apartment.
Right. That's what you really missed. Yeah. No, but it does give you clarity when you have a second to step outside of it. For
And
sure.
then I just like buckled down. It was like no more frivolous money.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it maybe took me 2 months to save like first and last and get the fuck out and
That's
not
great.
have roommates ever again.
That's amazing. Yeah.
You know, it's like so I think comedians are oftentimes the type of people who can get themselves out of, you know, situations that they're done being in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a skill you learn through comedy, and I do think it's just it's the type of people that comedy attracts, is those people that will go
Hustle, motherfucker.
Yeah, go drive 5 hours for no money to hope that it'll give you $500 the next time you do it or something like that. You know, it's I'll live for that any day of the week over like, come to my office. We got big news.
I know.
It's gonna be you.
I
You got the promotion.
Oh,
Like, you fucking
my
jump
God.
out the window.
We're doing team building exercises.
Oh my God, that whole shit. The last job I worked, I was working admissions for the college I graduated from, which is like not. I do a bit about it, which is just I was not convincing people to go to the school. It's like this place can open a lot of doors, like that one. It's the only thing you can get.
Turn around.
But it was like a cubicle farm. It was for Southern New Hampshire University, so it was like this online cubicle farm. So I'm just on the phone all fucking day long. I'm talking to people about their dreams and what they want to accomplish while I'm sitting there like, you can definitely get that done, dude. All you got to do is go into debt with this college and you can definitely become an accountant. I know your bachelor's degree is in divinity studies, but I'm telling you, a master's in accounting, that's what you want. Yeah. But it was just so soul crushing that I was like, I can't do this forever.
Yeah.
It was like and I always knew that. I mean, my goal growing up was to be a professional baseball player. I got tastes of that. I played through college, and then I ended up getting hurt, and then I started doing comedy like 2 weeks later. That 2 weeks was like, holy fuck, is this what life is? I just have to just do what I'm told, and then I get the things I'm told I get. Like, it was so boring.
Yeah.
And I saw my life playing out that way, and I just wasn't happy with it. I need that pursuit of an impossible goal or seemingly impossible goal to like be happy.
Yeah.
Which is weird because there's a lot of like doubts that come along with that. But the working towards that impossible thing is what makes me keep going.
Because all the W's along the way like feed you. It's like, you know.
Yeah, those little every little thing. I mean, especially when you first start doing comedy, it's like, oh, I finally got a laugh, or I got booked on a show. Or I got booked on that show I've been wanting to get booked on. I got passed at the club. It's like all those little check marks as you go along.
It's never enough, though.
It's never enough, but it is for a moment. It's enough to make you keep going.
Exactly.
Which is all you need.
It's enough to be like, all right, I'm not going to quit.
I don't ever plan to be
quit.
like to getting off a stage of
even though these people on YouTube keep telling me to.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, they tell me too. They have a lot of things to say.
Me still no find woman funny.
Yeah.
Send.
Why women speak?
This in your country funny? No. Anyway,
everybody write something like that in the comments.
Everybody, please. Drew, thanks for coming. Tell them again where they can check out your stuff.
Check me out.
It's a male audience.
I'm on the road. DrewDunnComedy.com. At DrewDunnComedy on all social medias, from TikTok to Instagram to everything. So.
This is a good episode.
Yeah, appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks for coming on.
Fun hanging out.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
It's only Feehans.